Before we run any sort of queries on our database, we have to connect to the database using our programming language of choice. In this tutorial, we're focusing on PHP and MySQL. Provided you're using a recent version of PHP, you have a couple of options to help you initiate a connection. Before you connect to any database though, you have to have a database. For that reason, ensure your server runs MariaDB MySQL or Percona Server and has a database of any name associated with it. Also make note of the hostname and the user details of the user that is privileged to access the database in question, because you're going to need those in a second. Now ensure your database server is running and consider creating a new PHP file with a name that helps you discern that this file connects to a database. That will enable you to include that file into any other file and ensure that you are indeed connected to a database. Inside that file, define a couple of variables, with those being your server, your database user and his password, and finally the name of your database. You will use those to initiate a database connection. After that's done, you can optionally declare a connection variable that you will use to check if the connection to the database is successful. After doing that, you can either use the MySQL connect function or PDO to connect to your database. If you elect to use MySQL connect, define your server, username, password and the name of your database within the function itself. After defining all of the options, you want to use an if statement saying that if the connection initiates, you either do nothing or inform the developer that the connection has been successful. If not, you should provide an error message. To avoid connection-related errors, also make sure to specify the port of the database you're using. Users of MariaDB will need to specify 3307 instead of 3306. If you are using PDO, use a try and catch clause with the data source name or DSN you've defined above. Regardless of the approach you take, consider surrounding the function with a try and catch clause for your application to not spew out errors that could potentially reveal sensitive information. To accomplish that, you need to add a catch clause specifying the exact exception you want to deal with. It's pretty easy to do, since it will either be titled MySQL SQL exception if you're using MySQL Connect, or PDO exception if you elect to use PHP data objects or PDO. Now include this file into any other file that necessitates a database connection and you should be good to go. Make sure to subscribe, share this tutorial with your friends and comment below what kind of tutorials you want to see in the future, and until next time.